Hey guys, happy Friday. Listen, I was like, is anybody gonna be in the building with me tonight? But we're here. We're here for a quick trending topics. We're gonna talk about Jen Shaw. She's on the docket tonight. We're gonna talk about Lisa Rinna. She's on the docket tonight. Hey AT2, I see you out there. Listen, congratulations. Okay. I see your numbers growing up there. I love it. Congratulations to you. I'm so happy for you. I'm very glad for you and your channel. And listen, everybody, AT2 has a channel out there. So go over to his channel and check him out. All right. So who else do we got on here? Who else do we have on here? Oh, we have Tristan Thompson. It's just an honorable mention, so to speak. We got Lamar Odom. Okay, we got Lamar Odom that we're going to talk about, and we got a strict 60 minutes. Okay, a strict 60 minutes for this trending topics, because tomorrow got to be up early in the morning. You're about to be up early in the morning. The AT2, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me bring the piece in the building. Oh, before I almost forgot. I'm about to be a bad conductor tonight. I almost forgot. Y'all know how y'all get on this train. We about to get on the train. I'm about to board this train. Come on now. I'm about to board this train, and y'all know how y'all get on. You gotta hit that like button. Okay, that's your ticket. That's your entry into the train. Come on now, Roy. Hit that like button. Now I'm about to board this train. Okay, we gonna board this train. Y'all ready? Hey, Robin.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, you got your ticket?
Absolutely.
All
And I
right.
already bought my ticket. I bought my ticket for tomorrow too already.
Whoop, whoop. All right. Hey, Roy. Uh-oh, Roy has been having a little trouble. I hope he can hear us soon. Okay. Hey, Emmanuel.
Hey guys, happy
Good
Friday.
evening,
Happy
everybody.
weekend.
Sorry, I was on mute.
You got your ticket, Roy?
You know, I always got my ticket stamped and ready to go.
Choo, choo. Hey, Emmanuel.
Guys, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
Good, good.
In the name of our Wendy Williams, how you doing? Candy, what's up? You in the building? You got your ticket?
I got it. It's in my pocket.
Woo! Okay. Choo, choo. Okay. So listen, guys, welcome into the building. We're taking the express train, because I'm serious when I tell you, at 60 minutes, we got to cut this thing off. And the reason why we're cutting it off exactly at 60 minutes, maybe 61, maybe 62, in case somebody's mid-sentence. The reason why we got to cut this off is because tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. at Roy Ayers World. We will be over there. Okay, Roy, tell them what we doing.
Listen, everyone, we are getting on the plane. We are flying over into Warrior's World, and we are going to present Warrior and Divas 2023 New Year's Social, a morning of laughter, love, and inspiration. And our special guest is going to be none other than Dr. Heavenly Kimes
I
of
don't know
Smiles
how to
by
do it.
Dr. Heavenly. Listen, I would do it if I wasn't on camera, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm getting my hair done, so I'm not trying to be rude. But but yes, by Dr. Heavenly Kind, she will be there with us to laugh, love, and inspire. So I pray and I hope that you will join me and Diva. We have put so much work into this, and I am super excited to birth to you all what we have been working so hard for. So y'all come and join us 10 a.m. sharp. We're gonna be on time in the bill in and out because I don't want to hold y'all day up and I don't want to hold my day up. So y'all come and join us. I'm super excited. All of the prizes have been claimed. So if you missed out, I do apologize, but everybody has done their part. And so that will be announced on tomorrow. So y'all come and join us, and I'm super excited.
Super, super excited, guys. And maybe we might squeeze in another prize, Brian. We'll talk about that, okay? Because we love the people and we love to give stuff
Listen,
away.
I love to give. So if y'all listen, if y'all want to do it, say it in the comments and we'll do it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, y'all. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Be there, and it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there over on Royer's World. We're gonna do a whole nice little show over there, and there will be giveaways. If you want us to give away one more prize, y'all need to put in there. What should they put, Roy, in the chat?
One more prize.
One more
One
prize.
more
Hashtag one
prize.
more prize. Hashtag one more prize. Okay. And we will make sure we do a giveaway tomorrow. So now, choo choo. That's right, guys. It's time for this train to pull out. We got all of our passengers. They have their ticket and we're about to get started. So the first time we're making is Jen Shaw. Jen Shaw. So Jen Shaw, she was sentenced today, okay, January 6th, 2023. She got 6.5 years in the pen, okay? But you know what I did here? I heard that federal prison is better than, the rest of the prisons. So she should be okay. I guess if there's a prison to go to, I guess federal prison is the one to go to. So she got 6.5 years. But before we get into that, thank you, Robin, sent me over some information. You know what I can't understand? What pisses me off is the minute people get in trouble, now they want to talk about their bad childhood, their mental condition. They want to throw everything in the kitchen sink out there to say the reason why, you should be a little lenient on them. Now, listen, I did not want this woman to go to jail for life. I'm not saying that. I'm not hating on her. Well, all of a sudden she want to come out how she was an immigrant, this, that, the other, her mental condition, and now she's on meds, and because she's on meds, now she know better, and she's gonna do better. Jen, stop, Jen, stop. And then she apologized to her husband, apologized to the kids, but also after she gets out. And I personally don't think she's going to serve the entire 6.5 years. But when she gets out, she still is going to be on probation. Probation, yes, Lee. I believe that too. Probation for 5 years, supervised probation for 5 years, right? So Jen will be out in 2.5, 3 years. I always stated 5 year sentence, not 11 years. Yeah. I just, it is what it is. But she is gonna do her time, and then and allegedly she still got her job at Bravo. She still
No,
got her
she
job.
don't. No,
No, she don't, Tori. I thought I read that.
mm-mm.
I thought she said that she still did.
She lied about that. The only thing she
Oh,
did do was she had a sit down with Andy.
okay.
Andy did but she does not work for Bravo no more. That was just, he wanted to sit down with her. Whether it's going to air or not, I don't know, because he's still really mad at her. And her going to a federal prison, she might have to do them 6 years. That's altogether different than when you go to a state prison. And she'll be on parole when she gets out of federal prison for a while, and then goes into that probation, and they're gonna be strict with her tail, because it ain't no walk in the park by her coming out of federal prison when she do come out. but she should have got at least 10, standing up there doing all that daggone line. I was watching it in real time and listening to her say what she was saying to the judge. I was like, because Alex was reading it, because it was online.
Right.
And I mean, I was hollering and screaming. I was like, how can she fix her mouth to stand up there and lie? And I was calling her everything but the child of God, and I asked God to forgive me. But I am an immigrant, and I did not go out here and steal from no old people. Girl, don't even play that. I ain't trying to hear that. You've been in America all your life. You came over here ever since you was a kid. Get out of here. And you saying you taking care of your whole family off of old people's money. She was good with business and stuff. Why didn't she just do it the legal way? And her husband ain't no good lawyer because it came out about 2 weeks ago, maybe not quite 2 weeks, that he did know all these years they've been investigating. They've been investigating for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
This whole criminal ring.
Yeah.
And he
Well, see,
gave
that's why they say, hold on, Tori, I'm gonna let you finish. But that's why they say when the feds come for you, it's a done deal.
right.
Because they
And
don't play games. They make sure that they have, yes. You said, Miss Diane, you said a federal prison is 85%. I thought it was even higher than that. But usually they said by the time the feds come for you, then you might as well go ahead and do a plea deal because they usually win. They got it locked solid, like they don't play.
and
But go ahead, you can finish.
Coach Shaw told them, her and Stewart, how to move money around and how to get it out of, where it was and move it overseas and stuff. Coach Shaw told them all to do that. That all came out. That's why when he wrote that letter that he wrote to the judge, it made me sick. My wife does all this she drives people to their appointments and does for the homeless and does for the women and does for this person and that person. She didn't start doing anything till she got arrested. And then she ain't even really done that much. Them people in Utah, the only thing they knew about her was she was on Housewives and she was arrested. They didn't know who Jen Shaw was in Utah. And they could care less who she is now. But I see now why he's a coach and not a lawyer, because he didn't obviously teach them good enough how to hide the money because they caught him. And I don't feel sorry for her saying anything about, oh, my kids. Your kids is off to college. They ain't thinking about you. I don't care. What about them old people that worked all their life? What about you turning around, calling your employees saying, did you tell that 89-year-old woman to get her to stop crying about her money and get her to keep on, subscribing? Come on. She didn't care about nobody or no old people. She's a bully. I believe she banged that girl in the eye. I believe she fought that girl. She went and fought some man's wife is suing her now too. She had an affair. That just came out. And that's all in the courts. And I hope the judge got wind to that too. And they'll
Well,
probably
she got her
rethink that
sentence.
6.5
She got her
years.
sentence already, which I, for everything she was accused of, and those witness statements, I'm surprised it was that low. I mean, I guess it was kind of middle ground. But hold on one second, Toria. Tiff, thank you for the super sticker. The super chat. I truly appreciate it. And somebody asked what I'm drinking. This is just my water, and it has I drink a liquid collagen, and that's all that's in there. Yeah, I ain't drinking nothing serious.
You think it was fair?
Not after the other night.
Does everybody on the panel think it was fair?
Yes.
I had predicted that she would get 7 years, so I'm winning the win column.
No, I'm saying, do you think it was fair? Do you think justice was served? Not what you
okay.
thought.
You know what? My answer to that, without honest to God, is life is not fair. So, what we see as fairness, other people may not. And because I personally prefer to promote and uphold to the degree that is possible our government as well as our court system. When you're strict about your interpretation, the judge, I mean, we don't know all of the evidence that that they had in the trial, and you just, for me, I just feel like I have to personally trust the
That's
sentence
why
that
they have that's why they have transcripts, and we are getting the transcripts, so
I
don't worry
got
about that.
a substantial
But
amount as well. But
she
Okay, so wait, hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second, because I want to get
she
some other people. Toria, hold on one second. I
I
want
just
to get
want to
some
say
other.
one more thing because
Go
I'm
ahead.
leaving.
Okay.
Because I'm sick. I had to go to the hospital. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and tell you how I feel about this witch.
Okay.
But I was so upset because I work with the Innocent Project, and I have people that I've been working with that are in prison for almost 20 years for a few bags of weed. And this white lady, because she's still white, went there
Not
and
really.
stole all them people's money, and she's getting a slap on the wrist. And people had a couple bags of weed that's almost legal in every state now. Come on, got 20 years. I'm sick of our justice system, and I take my last breath, I'm gonna be fighting to get it changed. I love y'all
Love you
and
too.
have a good
Feel
show.
better.
I'll be listening, but I gotta go.
All right, no problem. Feel better. Okay. So yes, I'm more worried about restitution. Pay those people their money. You know, in situations like this, unfortunately, I want the people to get their money too. But I think because a lot of them are older, right? And she got to do 6.5 years or whatever many years she do. Like, how they gonna? Unfortunately, like, where's the money gonna come from? How
Well,
they ever gonna get their money?
she said that her merchandise was gonna get some money for the victims.
Yeah, yeah.
she ain't go for $6
That's
million.
all I can say is yeah. But let me go around the room. I just wanna get everybody's opinion on this situation. Robin, I'll come to you next.
Okay. I am. I'm not surprised at the sentence. I expected her to be sentenced to 7 years. That was my gut feeling. My only concerns are these. I was surprised that when Jen did speak in court today,
Mm-hmm.
that she was moderately contrite. But when
Mm-hmm.
she spoke about her son, she said, baby, I'm sorry that you had to get arrested and basically pulled out of your bed with a gun to your head. She did not make the connection and say because of me. So that was problematic for me. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder where her mother was because her attorney introduced the family that was there. And the one name that I didn't hear was her mom. And the
Mm-hmm.
third thing is, and I said this on another channel earlier, is that the judge questioned one of the people who was there. She said that was her manager. And her lawyer said her manager's here as a friend, and she was trying to show that there was not a business connection
Uh-huh.
because
I read
Judge
that.
then admonished her and said, basically, I hope you're not trying to make a buck off of this thing here,
Right.
your case. And I point out that we have in this country what is known as the son of Sam law, which means that you cannot profit off your crime by writing a book or doing a movie. So I'm just trying to figure out where she's going to get $6.5 million to pay her restitution. How?
See, but I wonder how. See, I wonder about that law because I interviewed someone on my channel last year, and it was the woman who helped a guy escape from jail. She wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting the money from the book.
Was she prosecuted?
Yeah, she went to jail.
Hmm.
She went to jail.
What
I gotta
state?
look up her
What state is she in?
Toby Door. Yeah, she went to jail. So I'm just wondering, and I read that exactly what you said. I'm just wondering, like, where do they draw the line at? And I don't know when it comes to that, but how is she supposed to get this money?
That's the
And
question of the day.
I am of the mindset also that my punishment is jail. When I do my time, I should be able to come out and do whatever I want. If I write a book about my story, and in there I'm saying I'm sorry or whatever. I mean, OJ wrote a book. So I don't understand that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because remember, he wrote that book saying I did it. What if I did it or something stupid like that?
I think there's probably a legal definition of whether or not something is fictionalized or
Mm-hmm.
presented as fictionalized versus something that's autobiographical. I think that that's part of it. And I will come back to you at some point soon with more countenance on how the Son of Sam law is applied. I know that
Mm-hmm.
it has its origins in New York, where David Berkowitz, who is known as the Son of Sam, was precluded from making money off of his crime. And that's why that law was enacted. But I'll do some
Mm-hmm.
quick research and get back to you.
Okay. Just simply thank you. You searched it up. In federal prison, you have to do at least 85% of your time. Good my. Woo. Was she gonna do most of that 6.5 years, then you saying? Thank you for that information. Roy here, what do you think about this Jen Shaw, the 6.5 years? You know, her just lack of awareness when she spoke to the judge.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this because my phone get ready to die and I'm gonna get off.
Okay.
But I feel that so she was maxed to get, was it 11 years, 14 years?
I thought it was 10.
10? Okay, 10.
I thought.
I Okay, whatever the max amount of years was, I feel she should
Uh-huh.
have gotten the full amount of years that she
Oh.
or that was offered. I feel
Hmm.
like why should we let you off scot free? You committed a crime, and I'm very tired of us letting people off who have committed crimes, letting them do half the time or a quarter of the time, and then being scot free to go back and do whatever they want to do, and then they get rich, off of
Hmm.
writing books and continuing to do what they were doing prior to going to jail. I think it's very unfair. She ruined people's lives, especially elderly people. And I feel like
Hmm.
when you do something to elderly people, you deserve the full extent of whatever the consequences are. So shame on her. Hopefully, this will be a learning lesson for not just
Hmm.
her, but for anybody who is running around here causing havoc in other people's life by playing with their finances. People work hard every day to
Yeah.
make a life that they don't have to work for the rest of their life. And the fact that there are people out here who don't want to do the actual work of what it takes, go around taking advantage of others who do, it is just very disappointing. But sorry for my long rant. I love you guys. I hope to see everybody tomorrow at 10 a.m. over at Warriors World. Me and Diva are super excited. Dr. Heavenly is excited. And I can't wait to see you guys. So I love you and good
Mhm.
night. See y'all in the
See you
morning.
tomorrow. Okay, so thank you, Miss Diane. You said OJ book proceeds went to the Browns. Okay, thank you for that information. Truly appreciate it. All right. Yes, Maria, speak on it. All right, Toria. Thank you. All right. Let me come to you, Candy. What do you think about this Jen Shaw situation in 6.5 years? I don't know if you heard the things that she said in the courtroom. I was like, girl, stop. We just tell the judge you're sorry, tell the people you're sorry, and you're gonna find a way to pay back the money. This whole thing, I was an immigrant, I got a mental condition, now I'm on better meds. I cannot, but go ahead.
I feel like she was just making excuses, basically for
Hmm.
her actions. And long story short, there's really no excuse to steal from elderly, from anybody, but especially from the most vulnerable people who really need their money, basically. And I
Right.
think what really showed her who she truly is I think she even, like, I heard one blogger say that she like messed over her own grandmother. I mean, her own mother. I think she used her mom. Either her mom helped pay for her lawyer or something like that. Like she used her mom somehow. Which like she took money from her mom. And to me, for her to do something shows you how reckless and cold blooded she really is. And I don't think she got enough time. And what makes it even more disheartening is that more than likely she's not going to serve that whole time.
Was
But
somebody, Candy, just told us that with federal prison, you gotta serve 80, at least 85% of your time.
okay, yeah, all right then. Well,
Hmm.
I just I wish they would have given her more, honestly, because I think about that man. I don't know what I forgot what his name was, but it's that guy who was this he was like a investment banker, and he had like a whole Ponzi scheme, and he stole hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
I know I
And
can't, his name is
yeah,
slipping my mind
Bernie
right now.
Madoff.
Bernie
yeah,
Madoff,
Madoff,
yeah.
Madoff. I think honestly, I think that she should be treated in that same type of harshness. Maybe not
Hmm.
like for the rest of her life because but like I think at least 15 years, at least when
Yeah,
you're
well,
looking at
see,
how
you know
much
what?
she's
I
stolen.
think though the whole reason, thank you, Toria. The whole reason why she did the plea deal is so that she wouldn't even be subjected to a certain amount of time. Like, you know what I mean? That's why she ended up doing the plea deal, because she knew like going to trial would have been extremely risky. And I think they said that the prosecutor asked for 10 years, so they came the middle ground. The prosecutor wanted 10. She asked for 3, her and her husband, and they came middle ground with the 6.5.
I just don't think it's fair. It's just not
Right,
enough.
right.
It's just
It's
not fair.
not enough because, but here's the thing, though. I will say this. I keep kind of twittering back and forth because she wasn't the only one in this scam, and she wasn't the ringleader, so to speak. So now was she innocent? Absolutely not. But was she the main person? Absolutely not. So there were others, and I think that they was ready to slam into her because a lot of times when you're a public figure like that, if we want to call her a celebrity, I don't know, they want to, you do a crime and they want to slam into you even harder than they would do the rest. I do think that, I don't know how high up on the total poll she was with this scheme. I don't think she was like the main person, but she was, I guess she was one of the main people. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? But I do get what you're saying, and she does need to pay. But at the same time, I wish there was some restitution that can come to these victims, especially because of a lot of them being elderly. And then, all of them suffered a lot of trauma, so to speak, as a result of being robbed out of their money that they saved up for. Here's the thing, though, too, and I'm not victim blaming, but I just want to say this so because so we all can learn from each other. Listen, if you're asking me for too much of my money, I'm giving you the side eye. There used to be like people used to do, I don't know if you ever worked at a job and they used to do, oh, every week, if let's do this little pull together. Every week you give $100, and then the 7th week you get $1,000 back. And then as soon as somebody don't pay their money, the chain gets broken, and you don't get your money back. Like it's just a lost thing. Just like a lot is going on with that. What is that? Crypto, whatever those coins are, bio
Cryptocurrency.
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 Yeah, it's like, when someone's offering you this quick scheme of getting money fast, you just got to give it the side eye and say to yourself, do I really want to be a part of this? I don't know. But I'm with you, Candy. We're gonna see, what ends up happening. They didn't take her in today, did they? She has to report in.
February, I think 17th.
Yeah, February 17th. So they gave her a little bit of time. Emmanuel, what do you think about this? And listen, guys, you're in the building. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Emmanuel, what do you think about this Jen Shaw situation?
Yeah, I kept thinking, had she gone to trial and had she gone a good lawyer like Jessica Pearson or Annalise, could she have like maybe gone no time? But then I was thinking there must have been a lot of evidence
Mm-hmm,
for her to take a plea deal.
mm-hmm,
Now, okay, people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I feel bad for her. I feel bad that she did it, and I feel
mm-hmm,
bad that this is what happens. I mean, you can get away doing it, but you can't get away from paying. You
mm-hmm.
know, I think that the time is okay. I mean, it's still. I mean, 6 years. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. 6 years.
Oh, it seemed like it's
Um,
a lot for me, but
yeah. However, I don't think she'll struggle because I went online and I searched up those federal prisons.
Mhm.
They're super nice. It looks like a school. They got some staircases. They got some couches. So she's gonna have a good. I don't think she's gonna suffer too much. But yeah,
It's not going to be what she is used to, but it's definitely not like she's going to Rikers Island. So she's. I mean, that's, I guess, the bright side for her. Chef Kev, Jen Shaw, getting 6.5 years. I don't even know if you probably know who it is. She's from a reality TV show. The issue I will say that I have with her is what she was saying before the judge. Like, stop trying to blame it on everything but the fact that you did what you did. But go ahead, Chef Kev.
Well, it's like when you are drowning, you're just paddling the water, and you can bring other people down with you. And she's reaching for anything she can grab to try to save herself. So she'll say anything.
Right.
So that's what it comes down to. I have no sympathy for people who take advantage of old people and kids. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just something like the lady said before. These people work for their money, and you want to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a person who actually just came from work, but who works every day, it's a shame that you work and then somebody stole something that you worked for. And you paid for it, and so to me, she, I don't have no problem with the 7 years. It
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be at Club Fed, how they call it. It should be in the actual prison.
Mm.
They call these white collar crimes.
Mm-hmm.
But if a person busts they behind to earn this money and they can't, and then they're probably not gonna get their money back. But I
Yeah.
mean, how you pay back 6 million if you had to steal 6 million?
That's that part. That
You
part.
know, how you gonna pay? If I stole $50,000, I mean, I didn't have $50,000.
Right. That part.
So I
That's
don't know how
true.
she supposed to. I don't know how she supposed to. The only way I could see it is if they do make a movie or book of her and then give the proceeds to the people she stole from. But then again, we don't know how much that's going to generate.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's her best bet. But no sympathy for me.
Yeah. I no, I hear you. I'm hearing what everybody's saying. Shan, 6.5 years for Jen Shaw. She is going to be on probation when she gets out. 5 years of probation. What are your thoughts?
Hey, how are
Hey,
you? You called on
good.
me just now?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like doing stuff, but all I want to say to Jen is, was it worth it?
Mm,
Because it's Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, all these designers you scheme to have. Are they going to help bail you out or whatever the
mm,
case is? Like people do so much for the greed of it. And why
yes.
did you take your butt on to that show? And she did it to herself.
Yes, you did.
If I was her, I would have been so under the rock. Nobody would know my name. I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
it's right, and I think she got the time that she deserved. And I don't feel bad for her because you can't take advantage of people, especially vulnerable people, the elderly, children. It's not
Mm-hmm.
right. For what? Designer bags? Like, was it worth it?
Designer bags, lavish parties.
Right.
Just, when
The
people
greed of
don't
it
make
all.
the greed of it all, American greed, right? When people don't make the money themselves, they have no problem blowing it on whatever. Okay. Because it
Hmm.
wasn't your hard-earned money. So you don't care. You're gonna throw these $50,000 parties, you buying $2,000 cake. Like you said, but remember when they confiscated her stuff, some of those bags and everything again, just to flaunt on TV, were not even real. Um,
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't really watch Salt Lake like that
yeah.
because it's very boring.
Yeah,
Very boring, very
I just
mediocre.
know like from when the news said it, like they said, a lot of it was fake. A lot of it wasn't even authentic. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. But
And
the greed of it all.
she had to feel entitled because you're doing all these things and you come on national TV. Like either A, she was really desperate to be famous, or B, she thought she wouldn't get caught. You know what I mean?
You stupid and you arrogant, and it's a lot of stuff. You're a narcissist. It's a lot of stuff when you have the balls, the kahunas, like
Right.
they're gonna say, to do something like that. Know that you a thief.
Right.
And then you gonna go on TV and flaunt it. Yes, entitled, hashtag entitled.
Right.
Like it's just, and then but now when you get caught, you're an immigrant, you got
And
a
we
mental
all, a lot of us are
condition.
immigrants.
I
Stop.
thought she was born in Salt Lake City. That's what her thing says.
Well, no, she
Then
talked about being an immigrant. She talked about a mental condition. Now all of a sudden she's on the right meds. And once she got on the right meds, she realized what she was doing was wrong. Get out, girl. Go sit down somewhere. Tiff, you're in the
last
building.
thing.
Yes.
What was the reason?
Listen, American greed. When you can sit there, let me tell you something. I will work 7 jobs before I steal from anybody. I
Same.
will work 9 jobs before I be like, oh, I'm starving, hungry, and this, that. If I wake up and I could use my hands, my feet, my whatever, I'm going to go out there and do something legit to get my money and the things that I want. And here's the thing, when you can mastermind something like that and organize it, why don't you use that same thought process to do good? Like it kills me. Just like these drug dealers that mastermind and have 30 people working for them. Why don't you use that same mindset to do something legit? I don't get it. But Tiff, you're in the building. What would you like to add, Jen Shaw, in this 6.5-year sentence? Tiff, can you hear me? You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm having some internet problems. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I think it's fair. I kind of have and don't get security to remove me from the train, okay? But financial crimes, and I get it, right? I get it. But
Uh-huh.
she didn't kill anybody. She didn't murder any. Oh, excuse me. I know you can't say certain words,
Right.
but she didn't.
She didn't end
Yeah,
anyone's
she
life.
harmed people financially.
Mm-hmm.
And so 6.5 years is not 6 months probation, right?
Mm-hmm.
6.5 years is not 6 months probation. And I just wanted to
Hold on,
say,
Tiff, 1 second. Tiffany, hold on
okay.
1 second. Star, I don't think I've seen you before. I'm the only one I could see. You got to show me your face and then I'll let you up. And then you could put there you go. You could put your, beautiful. You could put, thank you. Okay. So go ahead, Tiffany, finish. But let me just say this. We're
Mm-hmm.
saying physically she didn't take anybody's life, but she snatched a lot of people's lives by stealing their only last dime and leaving them destitute, broke, couldn't pay for their meds, embarrassed, and ended up being depressed. You're a man of a family. You think that you're investing in something good to do more for your family, only to find out after you gave them $70,000 that it was all a scam and a fraud. So she did indirectly snatch a lot of people's lives and livelihoods by what she did. Just because she didn't physically go pow pow, she did steal a lot from them that left them traumatized. Thank you. Left them traumatized, left them destitute and then she had the nerve. It's one thing you did it. Then she had the nerve to go up on the show and flaunt in these people's faces. Like, where do they do that at? So, on that note alone, the fact that you had the nerve to spit in our faces by getting on TV, acting like, you can have an assistant. You're going to throw your husband these lavish parties and you running around town while I'm over here starving, can't even get my med. I'm depressed because I couldn't believe that I let you bamboozle me. So, but go ahead, Tiff. I'm going to finish listening to
Okay,
you.
I hear you on that. But 6.5 years. And so about the federal penitentiary, because I have a child that's in there right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not the best. It's not Disneyland, but you're just around rich people. So, and not gang members and stuff like that. And so they feed you a little bit better. You might have a little bit more freedom and stuff like that, but you're still locked up. So yeah, I think 6.5 years and 5 years probation is adequate. I don't want to say what she did wasn't that bad though, because it
Mm-hmm.
was terrible. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do we really want her to get 20 years? I don't know. I'm just that's why I'm here, looking at the comments and stuff. But 6.5 years is some time.
I
That's some
personally
time.
didn't want her to get 20 years because I watch a lot of true crime stories, and
Mm-hmm.
there's actually
Mm-hmm.
people like men who have M their husbands, and they got a good lawyer, they're rich, they get off, like M their girlfriend wives, like if you watch true crime stuff. And sometimes the case get thrown out because they don't have enough evidence, blah blah. But in your heart, he, you know, his wife or whatever. So people have gotten off for better things for like,
So wait, but
oh my
Shan,
god,
hold on one
not
second.
better things.
Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. I want to let Star in the building and say something, but let me say this. A lot of times when we want to debate and talk about the sentence that one person got, we want to compare it to other things, right? Because this one didn't get that time, or so forth and so on. But we got to start, comparing it to itself, the case in and of itself, and the justice system being corrected point blank, period. Now, our system is, if you go to court and you get the right lawyer, if you win, you win. I mean, what can we do about it? It's not right. It is what it is. But in this particular case, she pled guilty.
I think she got the adequate time.
Yeah, she pled guilty, right? And they had a lot of evidence against her. Star, you're in the building. What would you like to say on this situation?
Hey, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say that I definitely think she got the adequate amount of time. It seems like the judge did kind of give her less than what the guidelines were. It looks like
Mm-hmm.
they did a year per million, excuse me, a year per million that
Mm-hmm.
she stole. I really do. The only person I feel bad for in this situation is her kids. I know a lot of people argue that they're grown, but at the same time, it's like those are still her children, and
Mm-hmm.
also they are Black, and this is gonna cause them some harm as well, believe it or not. A lot of people may
Yeah,
not
it is.
agree with that, but
No, I agree with you.
I really do think it is. And then I hate the fact that she used the whole "I'm an immigrant" thing.
That part.
It's immigrants that come into this country with zero all the time, and they make something of themselves. So I really hate that she tried to use that. Like,
Yeah.
I never even heard her really talk about that on the show. I could be wrong, but it's like, don't bring that up now because you've done this. And then
Right.
even the husband, I know on the other, what is it, Beverly Hills, Erica Jane, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people blamed her and said that she knew about it. And I was kind of looking for people to put that same energy on the husband, because I'm thinking, like, you're the man of the house.
Right.
How didn't you know about this? Like,
Right.
how? And then not only that, even for her, it's like, your husband, he makes a decent living. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? Why would you even put your family in this position? It's one thing, but then it's one thing to do it, but then you continuously did it.
Mm-hmm. I believe, Star, thank you for those words. And let me tell you something. I am also of the mindset. I do feel bad for the kids, right? Well, the one is what, 28 or something like that. But the other one, he's a young adult. He's either 19, 20, right? If even if you want to call him a young adult. And you know what? There are some high profile cases where the parents or the other parent decides to just change the kid's last name just to give them a fighting chance. Having that last name Shaw is going to always be a negative legacy connected to it, so to speak. And they're going to have a rough road because people may say, oh, your mom is Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the one who stole all of that money from the elderly people. So
Hmm.
yeah, her youngest son, yeah, I think he's about to graduate though, right? I think he's in his last year of high school, whatever. But I do believe, when I looked at their age, I think he's 19 or whatever. But I do get, and the older son is going to medical school. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it is going to be a connection. We are
mhm,
connected to our parents. That it's the legacy, right? And now she
right.
painted it, and she's giving them a rougher road in life because of this greed. And I agree with you again, Star. Like your husband, he just didn't know nothing. Stop. Stop.
Stop.
Diva,
Yeah, please.
but
Yes.
We
Go
know
ahead,
he did.
Emmanuel. Wait,
I
go
think
ahead, Emmanuel.
I think there's like a major difference with Coach and Erica, because Erica went and said, "I don't give up about anyone by myself," you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a question for you, Diva. In your opinion, when
Mm-hmm.
she gets out of prison, let's just say that the show is still on, should she be welcome back?
Well, Teresa came back. Listen, if you want to allow one person to come back out of the jail and get back on the show and then live their best life, then Teresa came back. She did time. She's back on the show. Why not Jen Shaw?
I
So,
agree.
I mean, what's the difference? If we let's do what we do and let's make it right and make it fair, right? But
Can I speak?
give me a minute because I need to let someone
Okay.
else in. Okay, Ted.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Curves, you're in the building. What do you have to say about this situation?
Okay, so y'all, what we talking about?
Jen Shaw on this 6.5 year sentence.
Oh yeah, I didn't think she was gonna get the full 10.
Okay.
Oh, what's good, Robin? I did not think that.
Hey,
They would never have done that. She's not she says she's black, but she's not black enough to get the maximum sentence. Okay. So there's that. That's enough time. I feel that's a good time. That's a good time. Nobody, so that's good. But I feel like overall,
Mhm.
Bravo needs to vet these people better. This is like horrible that we're practically all accessories to a freaking crime because now crimes have been proven and we're complicit and accessories by being viewers of them having to support and maintain this lie of a lifestyle. It's almost like we're like some kind of weird, like we're practically the people at the pawn shop taking the stolen goods. We're buying it hook, line, and
At this point,
sinker.
they're doing it on purpose. I think it has to be on purpose. Like what?
But
All
wait,
them
let me just
criminals.
I'm gonna let you finish, Curse, but 1 second. Dee made a good point. Martha Stewart making money hand over fist at the prison. I am of the mindset that prison is your sentence, and once you're done with it, you should be done, and you shouldn't keep being repunished once you get out because you served your time. That's
Yeah.
my
I agree.
mindset. You
I
did your
agree.
time. Why y'all gonna keep punishing me over and over? Then y'all might as well put me in jail for life.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, but go ahead. Did you finish, Cards?
No, but that's okay.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Gross.
Diva, I
Go
just
ahead,
wanted
finish.
to piggyback off of what you said earlier. She
Mhm.
was not the crime master. She was not the mastermind because when it came out, she was renting her house. Number one, when they went and raided all these so-called things she had, they was mostly 80% of them was fake. She
Yeah.
had only a couple of real, maybe one or two real Chanel bags, maybe one or two Louis Vuitton. So how much money was she making? She was a whole fraud. Now
He
she
was a
was
whole fraud.
getting some
But
kind of coins,
Tiffany,
right?
somebody asked you a very good question. They said if Jen Shaw would have defrauded you out of your money, would you be singing the same tune? Or maybe if she would have defrauded your mother or your
Well,
father,
you know
or
what?
yes,
You know
I'm
what,
listening.
Diva? Let me I can answer that question because my whole family got defrauded and the lady was on American Greed, the whole TV show. I
Okay.
I would have been defrauded. This was years ago. She was on that whole show. They defrauded my auntie out of hundreds of $1,000s. And
Mm-hmm.
my mom got defrauded out of about 15,000 of her retirement. Not too much.
Mm-hmm.
It was my auntie that got the most. But she's back up, you know. And then back then, I was just barely getting a little tax check or something. My mom wanted me to invest in it, but I was irresponsible. I went and bought a car with my little tax check all them years ago. But my whole
Right.
family got defrauded, so it actually happened. And ooh, nobody. They was pulling out of their retirement, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
didn't actually, they were still working at the time. This was years ago. Who was calling me?
But wouldn't you have wanted the person that done that to you to pay for what they did to your family? I don't hear you. Is it just me? Can y'all hear me?
I can't hear. I think she's on mute.
I think she's on mute.
Yeah, it doesn't look. Tiffany, are you on mute? It looked like she froze. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, go
She
ahead.
said somebody was calling her.
Oh, oh, really? That's what she said.
Well,
All right.
she said, "Who's calling me?" So I figured somebody was calling her.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, guys, I mean, this is a situation where at least she's
All
doing
right, I'm
some
back.
time.
Go ahead, Diva.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got a call. I don't know what be
Oh, okay.
happening when I get a call when I'm on the live. But
Oh,
no,
okay.
I do. Listen, she ended up on American Greed. Nobody ever got their money back, though. And it was the only person that really got affected was my auntie. because it was her daughter that brought it on. And see, what they do is they give you an initial check, a couple of checks, right? And it'd be
Mm-hmm.
like double, right? And so it was and so my cousin, my auntie's daughter, she got into it, and it was a whole Ponzi scheme. I seen the lady on American Greed years later, like not that long ago. But so my cousin got, once she got a couple of checks that looked good, she
Mm-hmm.
started recruiting the whole family.
Mm.
Okay. And so with the whole family, all my,
Well, see,
we have
that's what
professionals.
happens, Tiffany. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And one of the person
Yeah.
that wrote a victim statement, they said pretty much that, you know what, they just kept getting rescam over and over again. And that's how they ended up giving up so much of their money. Because it was like, I don't put in this much, and then they tell you they prey on you. Once you give up a little bit of money and they know that they
Mm-hmm.
got your mindset, they'll keep plucking away at you till they break you down and you have emptied out your bank account. It is just sad. It's wrong. But you know what? On the 17th of next month, she will be turning herself in and doing her time. And I guess you know what? That's the
6.5
best.
years of her
Yeah,
life.
there you
And
go.
she's a
But
jerk. See, so a lot of people are saying that, oh, she went on here, she went in and denied it. Well, that's just her personality. I ended up watching season 1, and and I was like, I don't even know how I even watch this, because all that screaming, something's wrong with that girl. And she got a good husband, it seemed like, and she got kids, but
well,
six
she
and a
don't
half
really
years.
have a good. Hold on, Tiffany, because I want to move to the next subject. We got to go to the next stop. But she don't really
Okay.
have a good
All right.
husband, because he knew about the scam too, and he was living a high life off the money. And he should be, while she's in jail doing her 6.5 years, he should do it with her and work 99 jobs and pay those people their money back. Coach Shaw. So
Yes.
anyway,
Can I
let's
say
move
one
on.
thing though? Can I
Yeah,
say one thing, Diva?
yeah.
Okay, so I had moved to Las Vegas. This is many years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had moved to Las Vegas, and I needed to get a job. I didn't have a job until I found a good job. So I ended up getting a job just because I need some money when I touched down at this telemarketing company.
Mm-hmm.
And we thrived on old people and trying to stay to look. Now they never got, well, I think they got sued a couple times from what I heard, but but they had the scripting, okay, to that where you say this stuff really fast, and we get an old person on the line. And I only worked it for 2 weeks because I had to quit because it was team too much, because I got a grandma. My grandma was still alive
So
at the
that's
time.
pretty much.
So
I gotta move on to the next subject, but
okay,
that's pretty much.
okay.
That's pretty much what she did. That's what they did. They defrauded the most vulnerable people, and now she got you do the crime, you got to do the time. Let's move on. We're pulling out, guys, and we're going to the next stop. If you are a Real
Okay.
Housewives of Beverly Hills fans, okay, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans, you know that Lisa Rinna did the most almost every season since she was on there. But last season, she just lost her natural mind, and she bumped into Kathy Hilton, friend of the show. And now we know that Lisa Rinna will not be coming back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills next season. They're done with her. People celebrated all day yesterday. Okay, they said the Wicked Witch is gone. Her reign is up. All of her people that she slayed down before, they was like, good for her. They're done with her. Now, all I want to know is, do you think the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to survive without Lisa Rinna? Star, I don't know if you watched the show. What are your thoughts?
Okay, wait, Diva, I don't know how to leave the chat. Leave the live
Okay.
show. I want to go into the chat. So can you kick me out? And I'm going to be
Yes,
in
I can.
Could do
Yes,
more.
I can.
Can
Yep.
you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope that she comes to life a little more, because I feel like she's been holding back. But I do want to ask you, do you think that it's funny that now all of a sudden, because she caused all this chaos with Kathy Hilton, this very wealthy white lady, that now all of a sudden she's getting kicked off? Because she done a lot.
She done a lot, like you said. I
Mm,
do
I like
think
that.
that it was a combination of everything. And I think that this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it got dark, right? It got
Very.
dark when
Way
it
too dark.
came to, yeah, way dark, right? And it got really dark when it came to the kids. Did you ever watch what is that darn show? It was the gangster movie. I can't, the name of it is slipping my mind right now. But I know what they said one thing in it that rings true in life. Um, Scarface. He was like, no woman, no children, right? So he was
Mhm.
supposed to take out one of the characters in the movie, and they put a bomb underneath the car, right?
Mm,
And then the man was supposed to be getting in the car by himself, but he ended up being there with his wife and his kids. And all the rest of them was telling him to pull the trigger so the bomb could go off. He said, no woman, no children. So my thing is, once they mess with the kids on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which was Garcelle's son, I think
mm,
they went all the way low. And then
Way.
when it took it off the show and they started attacking him in his, social media, that's when the fans had enough. We're unfortunately they have conditioned us to toxic TV, right?
Mhm.
Um, so much so that when something crazy don't happen on these reality shows, people are now saying, "Oh, that was a filler show." So it's like, why is it a filler show? Because nothing crazy happened. But then when something crazy happens, it's like team too much, right? So it's this thin line of what is too much and what is not enough. And she went all the way to the wrong side of the road. And then I think too, when she said if she doesn't get it out, it causes cancer. Listen, the cancer is a very nasty disease. They got a whole cancer society, and the last thing they want is people putting negative um, thought process out there of how cancer is started. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that
mm.
Kathy helped the situation, but I think that Lisa Renna stuck her own nails in her coffin by everything that she did last season.
Thank you for letting me come up, Diva. I'm gonna drop off so someone else
Okay,
can
you're
come up.
welcome. Thank you for coming. So, Emmanuel, what do you think, Lisa Renna, and being fired and being like it's a wrap?
I agree.
And
She
do
dug
you
her
think the
own.
show is going to be okay without her?
Yeah, I agree. She dug her own grave. Remember in the reunion when Andy was telling her all the crazy things she was doing and she said, "Put me on pause."
I
Remember? She
do.
asked
I
for it herself.
do.
And I don't think it was Kathy Hilton was the reason. I just feel like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm surprised because all the reports that were coming in were saying that she was going to be part of the cast, you know? So it's crazy. And then this morning I was thinking, and I don't know, what if Lisa Rinna put this out yesterday because she knew Jen Shaw was going to get sentenced?
I don't think it has to do with that. I think that everybody got their contract, so to speak. Um,
Mm,
I believe that Lisa, because Lisa Miranda doesn't really think about anybody else on a high level like that. Um, I think that everybody got their contracts, and I think the reason why everybody thought she was still coming back was because that they didn't make their official word yet, right? And
Yes.
I think that she did get a contract. I think the contract was just nasty. So they know how to do it in a nice, nasty way, right? We're not
Yes.
going to fire you. We're just going to send you this contract that is so trashy that might have said one that she was a friend of the show and maybe she was going to get 3 or 4 episodes because they did it to Nene and Greg told her to take it, but they did it to Nene in a very nice way. They were still giving Nene the money,
mm-hmm.
but they wasn't giving her the airtime. And that's what she didn't like. And so maybe I don't know what they was doing with Lisa Rinna. Maybe if they did the money and they did the airtime, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
and then
know.
if it were up to me, I would say that Kyle needs to go up out of there as well. Get rid of
Mhm.
Kyle, and then they could make Kathy I mean, I doubt she would want to be a full-time housewife, but if she were, I mean, that would be fun. She would put her daughters like she's rich, so she would have something to offer.
But
But
Emmanuel, we
yeah,
have to be let's be fair and clear. Kathy Hilton can't carry the show. Kathy Hilton,
Mm,
Kathy Hilton, she's messy also, right? Kathy, listen, Kathy did what she did and she said what she said when they went to that club, that exclusive club. Now I'm not in agreement with Lisa, and I don't know if everything that Lisa Rinna said happened the way it happened, but let's be all of them. Even her own sister agreed that Kathy Hilton lost it in the club, right? So Kathy Hilton is not an innocent party in this situation, but I also don't think she can carry the show. So if I
okay,
mean, go ahead.
okay, you're right. So let's get rid of Kyle. Matter of fact, let's get rid of the sisters. Okay, we had enough of them. Kim, Kyle, Kathy. Let's bring back LVP. Lisa Vanderpump can save
I
that
love you,
show.
Emmanuel. But you tell me what cast, and I'm gonna go to Robin, because I know Chef Kev don't watch these shows, but I'm gonna go to Robin. I'm hanging there, Chef Kev. We coming up to you some topics you might know, but I'm gonna go to Robin. But you gotta tell me, Emmanuel, who do you think they could put on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a show. And I'm not talking about like the show have to be people fighting and there be another Lisa Rinna, but just point blank period, just to have a show. Who do you think we can get on there? Now, if we remove from, let's just pretend that last season didn't have Lisa Rinna. What type of show do you think we would have had?
I mean, I don't know, but you don't think that Lisa Vanderpump could put on a good show?
I don't know. I don't know. Robin, what are your thoughts? Lisa Rinna is done.
Sí, dame la misma pregunta. Give me the same question. Who do I think can replace Rena? Do I think that the franchise can survive? I say we need to get, not we. I'm not in this mess like that because me and Chef Kev don't be watching together. However, and this is going to be right into line with everything I've been saying all along. I think it's a great thing that they're rotating folks out because they need to rotate people out and rotate new people in. These folks that they have put up are not the only women who are Real Housewives in Beverly Hills. By the way, who on here, who listening, who's part of the chat who knew who Erica Jane was before she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Did we really know who, what's her name, who was married to Frazier, what's his name? That I don't like him anymore after how
Camille. You talking about Camille?
Yeah, Camille. Did we really know her? So most of the people on these reality shows are unknowns. So you know what? I say rotate them out. Let us get to know somebody different. Let's not play pretend and make fake friends. We can have circumstances where they can come together. But I'm all about some new and fresh meat. Change things up. Maybe roll back the clock, give us reality. And I say to Lisa Rinna, if I were a fan of one of this boy bands, bye bye, baby, bye bye.
All right. All right. So let's move on. We're going to the next stop. I just want to say this. The only reason why I put Tristan Thompson up there is because his mother passed away. And listen, my heart breaks for him. May his mom rest in peace. And my heart breaks for him. So condolences to Tristan Thompson and his entire family. It's always a hard thing to go through when you lose a parent. I can't even imagine. And it's not as if like she was sick or anything, right? She had a heart attack. So condolences to Tristan Thompson's mom. Yes, Shan. Yeah. So that's all. Yes, prayers up. Absolutely. Prayers up to Tristan. Because that's a really hard thing to go through. So All right. So let's go to the next stop. And the next stop is Lamar Odom. I am going to watch the entire interview, but I was just shocked when I saw a piece of it. And Lamar Odom said back when he was at the brothel and he OD'd, um, he said that, he didn't take drugs that day. He didn't take drugs. He said that the owner tried to kill him. And I had to watch. I looked at it. I was confused, but I get confused sometimes, right? I said, okay, so why would this owner want to off you? Um, and how did you get there? Yeah, oh Lord, Omar, no, Lamar, yeah, like,
Mhm.
I, I was confused. That's all I'm saying. But he was dead serious. And
Oh, of
you know,
course it was.
when I was growing up, yeah, don't start, Maria. Don't start. Um, when I was growing up, they used to show these commercials all the time, right? They literally had an egg. They literally had an egg. They said, "This is your brain," and they had a frying pan. And then they would crack the egg and put the egg in the frying pan and light the fire. And they said, "This is your
Your
brain on
brain
drugs."
on drugs.
Okay. So I'm saying to myself, did those drugs fry all of his brain cells? This man literally said he did not take anything. The next thing you know, he woke up in the hospital with tubes everywhere. The owner tried to take him out of here, tried to take his life. I'm still confused. I'm still
I get it.
confused. I'm baffled. I don't get it. Lamar, what is going on? Yeah, he been saying he didn't take drugs. Okay, yeah, Robin, what do you think about this, Lamar Odom,
I'm of
and
two
saying the
minds.
owner tried to take his life?
I'm of two minds. I don't really know much about the owner,
Uh-huh.
except that we know he ran the brothel, but we also know that he was elected to, I forgot what position, posthumously. I think that there's a great part of me, like 80% of me, that thinks that that's a lie. I believe
Mm-hmm.
because he has a history that he has admitted to of drug use, abuse, and addiction. But
Mm-hmm.
more than that, he's now in a place in a space where he is, I feel like he's trying to recreate his image and his own mindset like thing, what he wants people to think and believe about him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
now he's being contrite about how he was with Courtney, well, no, Chloe,
Mm-hmm.
and that, he did her wrong. He left her to go with someone else to do drugs. And so he just I think that he's on his own self-directed campaign to
Mm-hmm.
rewrite the narrative about himself. He can say that that man drug addicted him because that man is no longer on this earth. I think that it also is giving him a shot at a different level of relevancy. I believe
Mm-hmm.
him in the news because of Tristan Thompson's behavior with Chloe. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that they had a decent image of their relationship to the public,
Mm-hmm.
Chloe and Lamar, before their split. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that he's working to capitalize on it. But I do think that he took the drogas. I don't believe that I don't find any reason to believe that he was giving them beyond, that, no. But yeah, it's a nice attempt, Lammy. Go, Lamb.
Yeah, go Lammy. Yeah, D said he gave that man thousands. Come on now, D, and thousands. Come on now, of dollars. You don't kill the golden goose. You don't. I'm shocked. Anyway, Emmanuel, what do you think? Lamar Odom said, listen, they tried to take me out of here.
I believe it.
Oh.
I believe it. I think so many things happen behind the
Ooh.
scenes. Matter of fact, recently, because I went to go watch the movie, I've been doing some like research, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Whitney Houston was what they say happened. I don't think it happened. I saw an interview that Bobby Brown's sister did, where she's saying that she thinks both Whitney and Bobby Christina were somebody did something. So I
Mm.
don't know.
So you know that there is.
Emmanuel, hold on, Emmanuel, you shocked me just now. I'm in a state of shock.
I'm not.
You,
You know, I'm not.
okay. So
I'm
you,
not.
what you had said was that you believe that he didn't. Now he does have a history, but so then let me ask you this: what do you think would have been the owner's reasoning behind trying to take him out of here?
I don't know because I know the situation, but
Uh-huh.
I know that it could happen. Just like it could happen with Whitney also.
Can I just chime in? I was hearing something recently that there
Mm-hmm.
are a lot of theories, they may be conspiracy theories in the
Mm-hmm.
ether having to do with the ending of a lot of people who are in the entertainment industry in particular. And some people have offered rationales why they believe that they're passed on at the hands of others. And that might be
Mm-hmm.
part of it. And without even necessarily hearing or knowing, that might be where my friend Emmanuel is coming from, because there is a big school of thought in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
where I'm coming from.
Yeah, D is saying Whitney is a whole nother subject. I agree. But Chef Kev, what do you think about Lamar Odom?
First of all, my attitude is, why would he do it?
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're running a brothel and I don't know his background, so if he's making money running, like the whole thing of running a business is return customers.
And
That's the
let me
whole
add
thing.
this, Chef Kev. I'm gonna let you finish. Let me add this. And he also, to my understanding, they had a HBO show or something like that. His brothel. Now I don't know how
Um,
much HBO pays,
was it on
but
real sex,
yeah,
or I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I know I want to say they had a show. I I want to say they had a show. I would have to look it up. I want to say it was called the Bunny Ranch or something like that. Yeah,
Mm.
but go ahead, finish your thoughts.
Um, uh, like I said, what would be his reasoning? Because
Mm-hmm.
your whole thing when you're in a business is to have return return you get return customers. That's what you want. You want people to come back. So a public figure like him, you would want him to have the best time. From a person who has um fed celebrities, and when we do, I think it's crazy, but usually they're the ones who get their checks come. You know what I mean? Because you want them
Mm-hmm.
to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I remember the story, and if I'm correct, they said that he took uh four Viagra and did cocaine. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Because Viagra speeds up your heart rate, and you did cocaine, you were obviously asking to go to, you know what I mean? You were
Right.
asking for that, So my thing is like, why would he do that? I mean, so that right there was stupid. I don't know who would take four Viagra and do cocaine,
Mm-hmm.
unless. And the thing about it is, to do that, like I know I think his dad had a drug addiction. His mom died from colon cancer. To do that, you could not know about drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You could not know about drugs. So I don't think he had a history of doing drugs, because also he was in the NBA and you got to take drug tests. So
Who,
that kind
Lamar?
of, yeah, Lamar.
He had a history. Because he even talked
Of
about how Khloe Kardashian, at some point, he had to tell her that he was on drugs, and he said that she did so much for him. He really praises her like big time, and he really is. I think so. Who said it? Was it you, Robin? Who said that they feel like he's going on a tour to rewrite history and change
Me,
his
I said it.
image? Yeah,
Me.
yeah. So I really believe he's doing that because he also is saying that how he pretty much he commends Khloe Kardashian for all that she put up with when they were married. He said he put her through a lot, and at some point he had to tell her, yes, he does, because his dad was on drugs too. At some point he had to tell her that yes, I do cocaine or whatever else it is that he does. So Lamar had a long history of drugs. Even Chloe tried to help him. So yes, Ebony Nerd,
mm,
thank you for that. So yeah, so that's why I
yeah.
was saying it's not as if he was a person. If he was a person that never took drugs, and then all of a sudden he was there, and then all of a sudden they found out that he OD'd and he was in a coma and everything, I would be giving it the side eye too. So OST, what are you saying that's not true? Come on, callers, this is misinformation. What misinformation are we giving? He said this out his own mouth. Um, he and his BFF Jamie were getting high for years. Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Yes, he was. Yeah, he admitted it. Yeah. Oh, and
Okay,
see that
so
now that part I didn't know. Lamar did drugs with his dad. That part I didn't know, but I do know. Yes, I do remember. Thank you, OST. Thank you. Okay, I thought you were saying that what I was saying was wrong. Diva, exactly. The BFF died of an overdose. Yes, he did, and it really took Lamar, like, it really depressed him a lot when the BFF died of an overdose. So yeah, he definitely was on. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. If he went there and he was not a drug addict, then I would be like the side eye,
now,
like, oh my God, like, how did this
now the
happen? This is a setup. But go ahead.
now the other side of it I'm trying to look at too is
No,
he's saying that he's saying that he never did drugs or he
no,
didn't do
no,
drugs
no.
that night.
He never said that. What he said is he didn't do it that night. He
Okay,
said he
okay,
just didn't do it, and then all of a sudden, they said Lamar was a crackhead on ESPN. He said that all of a sudden, all he knows he had a drink, and then he said all of a sudden he woke up and he had tubes everywhere, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever. Um, so but again, even without all of that, what would be this owner's reason for wanting to take his life? That's the part that I can't wrap my mind around.
unless
Even
they
if
have
I
a
throw out
history,
everything else.
unless they have a history or something, I couldn't see why he would do that. It wouldn't make any sense to me
Yeah.
because it
Go
is
ahead.
it's going to ruin business. Like I said, if something like that happens, and someone was to do that, you don't want that to happen. Not in your establishment. You know what I mean? And
That part
so
right there
that's
too. Yeah.
so I don't get why. What would be the unless there's a history behind where he's out to get him? Like what would be he would have to explain why the owner would do that. Like he would
Right.
have to explain that, and that's the part
Right.
I don't understand. Like why the owner would do that because it's a business deal. It's a business
Yeah.
transaction, and you want this person to, like I say, you want repeat customers. That's the whole thing about business.
Right.
That's how you become successful. Repeat customers. So how you would sit here and go, okay, somebody went over here and you slipped something in their drink. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go back? You're gonna get
Yeah.
a bad reputation.
Hold
So
on
that's
one
why I don't
second,
know.
Chef Kev. Yeah. I was surprised Chris let Rob get so tight with him. Well, here's the thing too, D. I don't know for a fact, right? But there's rumors out there too that Rob didn't start with Lamar. There's rumors saying that, but I don't know. I always hated the word crackhead, even when I was out there consuming. So Black Panthers, thanks for talking. A lot of people do not like that word. So here's the thing. This is what I do know about people that have addiction to drugs, right? Um, you never know if it could be you. And they always said, even about like alcohol and drinking or whatever, you don't know if you have that in you. There's some people they can go out have one drink and it doesn't impact them in any old kind of way, right? And then there's another person they have a drink and then they become addicted. So yes, Black Panthers, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying when you say that. Shan, what do you think about Lamar Odom saying that the Bronco owner tried to take his life?
If he had said one of his friends tried to do it or a girl tried to do it, then I would kind of like say maybe, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
owner, like, what motive would he have? Like everybody was saying, and I 100% agree with Robin. I think he's trying to change the narrative of how
Mm-hmm.
people see him. And I
Mm-hmm.
just gotta say, bye Lisa, bye Lamar, bye Jen. But
Right. And see,
prayers for
but
him so he gets some healing. But it's like, ironically, at that night, it's like you didn't do something I mean, we weren't
right,
there,
you
but it's
normally
like
do.
hard to believe,
Right. Right. And my thing is, if Kris Jenner, if they would have had to talk him into going there, like, why don't you go over to the brothel and like it's just a far fetched story. I see both sides. This would be an easy way
And
to
I
off
agree with
him.
Chef Kev. At least he should say why he thinks that. Elaborate. I didn't watch the
He
interview, so
might
maybe
have.
he
I need
did.
to watch the whole
I'm gonna
thing.
watch
He
it
might
too,
have. Yeah.
because now I'm
Exactly.
curious.
Yeah. Exactly. Lamar OD in there was bad for Dennis' business. Absolutely. I think Lamar is rewriting history, like Robin suggested. Oh, and see, I feel the same way too, right? And my thing is, you gotta let it go. Your past is your past. You can leave it behind there. You can rewrite the future. You can rewrite the now, but you can't rewrite the past. It is what it is. You did what you did, and you don't even have to be regretful about it. You could just say, you know what, I know better now. He's trying to he's on this whole thing to try to get Chloe back. Um, I mean, it's a wrap. This woman has 2 children by someone else now. It's over, bro. Go find you somebody else. There's somebody out there.
Do
And
y'all
yeah,
believe
also
in the Kardashian curse that people say?
we can talk about that as we close out. Also, didn't he survive 12 strokes or something ridiculous like that? There was definitely brain damage, not to make fun. Brain damage, not to make fun. Yeah, brain damage. You know what? Thank you. You are correct. He sure did. He sure did. You are correct. Thank you. There's brain damage. There's prayers for Lamar Odom too, because God, you gotta let this go. Yes, the owner Dennis Huff passed away in 2018. All right. So we're gonna close this thing out, guys, because I'm past my 60 minutes, and I got a show to do tomorrow with Warrior. So I hope you'll really join us over there at the channel. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have fun. Just talk about it, Diva. When you know better, we do better. That part right there. That part right there. So we're going to close this thing out. So everybody loves this thing. Yes, the train is running late. I'm trying to tell you. Yes. Oh, you said running late. You nearly missed the train. Yes, yes, yes. And the train is actually behind. The train is actually behind, but we gotta go. But so we'll close this thing out. A lot of people like to say that the Kardashians, they curse the men that they're with, right? I think that a lot of times with the Kardashians is the people hate the Kardashians. So everything they do, they just gonna find a negative comment about it. So Shan, I'm gonna start with you as we close this thing out and pull this thing into the station. What do you feel about this Kardashian curse? And are you on that train? Are you on that train with the people that feel that yes, they curse the men that they're with?
I'm not on that train, believe it or not, but I find it so funny. It's hilarious to me because, and I'm not a Kardashian stan or fan or anything, but these
Mm-hmm.
are grown men at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're grown. They need to get their life together. They can't blame a woman for their problems. But I
Mm-hmm.
find it funny. But I mean, all of the men though, they get messed up after. That's what people say. That's what the word on the street is. So
But
it's
maybe
just
the man
like,
was messed up when they got with them in the first place.
true. See, that's the thing too. I'm like, I go back and forth. I just find it
Because
funny.
what's the name? The Courtney's husband.
Oh,
Allegedly
he was
he had
messed.
that
Oh
part.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
part. That part. So do you see what I mean? So
Almost
is
caught.
it how they said did the chicken come before the egg or the egg before the chicken? It's like that type of thought process, right? Um, are they messing the men up or do they just get with messed up men?
These men gotta take accountability, and that's the thing. I think they get with messed up men, but then it
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the word. Propel,
Mm-hmm.
exaggerate, brings out their bad parts.
The
Maybe I
bad
don't
side.
know.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're on the right track here, right? Because sometimes you can get with a person and they pull out all the good in you. And then
True.
sometimes you can get with a person and they pull out all the negativity in you. So,
True.
and just like you can have a set of girlfriends, you go out and it's rah, rah, rah.
True.
And then you have
Mm-hmm.
a set of girlfriends that go out and it's laid back.
Yeah.
Everything goes right. So
Your environment has a lot to do with how
yes,
you
it
are.
does. Yes, it does. The right energy can help you rise to the top. The wrong energy can drag you all the way down to the gutter. You got to watch who you get with. Emmanuel,
Amen.
do you think that the Kardashians, they curse these men, or do you think that it is what it is?
I hadn't really thought about it, but I mean, none of them seem to have like a husband. Like they all end up getting divorced or remarrying. So that's a really interesting theory. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know if it's too much, all the spotlight, if that plays a factor in it. I don't know, but it's interesting theory.
Yeah, but you know what though? They're a family that's in the spotlight, right? Um, take them out of the spotlight, and they're representing exactly what goes on in the world every single day. Okay,
Mm,
marriages break up, people break up, females get with the wrong men get with the wrong females.
Yes.
So their life is no different than the world. But for whatever reason, when we see them going through it, we say, oh, something is extremely wrong with them. Because look, this person, even with Jennifer Lopez, she got married 4 times, 5 times, or whatever. Holly Berry can't keep a man. Well, if we were to go poll the street right now and poll 15 females, probably probably a good 13 of them are single.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you poll them again and ask them another question, probably another 14 of them had over 5 people in their life. So what we see in others is a representation of what happens in the world, but we throw a harsher judgment on the celebrity that goes through it. Chef Kev, do you think that the Kardashians is a curse to every man that walks in their life? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm not one of conspiracies, but something in the water ain't clean.
Mm,
I just say something in the water ain't clean. I'm just everybody. It's just you know what I mean. Like everybody, it don't make sense to me. But it is what it is. You are responsible for the choices you make. You know what I mean.
mhm,
So
mhm,
that's that. But yeah, I mean, just put it like this: take the last name off, or take the celebrity off, and that
mhm.
person walked up to you, and they got a history. That family got a history. You walking into that? I'm not. Okay, I'll find you are. So I'm just
You're
saying,
not Chef
it's
Kev.
You would.
who,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No,
Hold
he
on,
whatever,
wouldn't.
Shan.
No,
Hold on,
whatever.
he
Shan.
wouldn't.
Hold
First
on,
of all,
Shan. I
first,
was about to say that, Shan. Tell the truth and shame the devil,
I'm not
okay?
telling the
Chef
truth
Kev
right now.
ain't
I'm
like
telling the
that.
truth.
No,
I'm
no,
telling the
no.
truth right
See,
now.
but let me
First,
tell you something, Chef Kev. There are a lot of females out there. I'm talking with no celebrity name, right? That they don't care that they can have 20 kids if the man will still get with them. So there's
okay,
a lot of situations out there where the situation appears jacked up, and the female or the male will still walk into that situation and not care about the previous nonsense that happened before them. Do you know how many
But
females
not Chef Kev.
but you know how many females
me either.
that are and men, that they know the history? Like you
Martella
got a
Cherie.
female. Yeah, but hold on
Sheree.
one second. Hold on one second, guys. You got a female that knows that this man had 3 exes. They all got kids. They
Mm-hmm.
all can't stand him, but they still get with him, thinking, oh, but I'm not going to be that one.
Hmm.
It
it's
happens
called
all the
stupidity.
time.
You're
It
right,
may
and
be
it's, and
called
I mean,
stupidity, but it
I'm gonna
happens.
say this. I'm gonna
Yes.
say this. It is true.
Okay.
So my mom had a coworker, and she was going to the wedding, and I said, oh, it's a second marriage, and she said in her third. I said, what happened to the first? I said, she had two divorces. She said no. I said, they died, and she said yeah. And I shook my head, and she started laughing. She said, not you. I said, who you telling? You had to, and this woman was 30 years old. You done had 2 husbands down you. You ain't got to worry about me being the third one. if I see a family like that and it got all that mess in it, I got enough problems in my life. I don't need no more. Trust me, it ain't worth it. I don't care. I don't care what the bag of money look like. I don't care about none of that. I'm saying is this: it's too much messiness over there. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Hold
You
on,
know what I
Chef
mean?
Kev,
But
'cause
for
I
me,
gotta
it's
talk
too
to
much
you.
messiness.
Chef Kev, you know I gotta go, but I gotta talk to you for 1 second. We gotta talk. Let's talk real talk here. What messiness is going over there with them that is not happening in everyday life? You gotta tell me what messiness.
Okay, so
Wait,
I
let
mean,
me throw this out there 1 second and then
Kanye.
you answer me, right? 1 second and then you answer me, Chef Kev. Kim Kardashian. She got
mhm,
married to Kanye. They have 4 kids. It didn't work out. They got divorced.
go
You
back to
got
the other guy.
Chloe. You got Chloe, who got with a man who she knew, because when she got with him, he had somebody pregnant, and he got with her. She didn't care. But there's girls in these streets that will sleep with somebody's husband. I'm trying to figure out where's the difference, right? You got women out there that feel like they can save a man. And it
Mm,
seems like that whole family has this savior complex, so to speak, right? Kanye was a mess. I guess Kim thought she could save him.
mm,
Lamar was a mess. I guess Chloe thought she could save him. And she still tried to save with Tristan, right?
mm, mm.
And listen, even Courtney,
Yes.
that her baby daddy was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Then she married a man, forgive me, a mess.
A mess.
So
And then go back.
they
So
have this savior person
Complex.
complex. But yes, go ahead, talk to me.
no, okay, so you missed one because Kim married a basketball player and then divorced him like a month later.
72 days.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so why? Because he was saying, I don't know. Was he saying like you don't hear nothing about this dude? You hear nothing negative about him? They got married, they got divorced, but now what? The people she was dating before him, you got sex tapes, you got all this other stuff going on. For whatever, it's too much drama for me.
Chef Kev.
It's too much drama. I don't like drama.
But no, but Chef Kev, let me ask you a question. Did you ever make a sex tape with anybody you dated?
I plead the fifth,
Okay, cool.
but I
I'm not playing
guarantee
with you, Chef Kev. I'm not playing with you.
I plead the fifth.
The only reason why I asked you that is because I'm trying to make the point that everybody is the same, and the same mess they're going through happens out in the world. So you please
True, but I don't. But I want. But what I'm telling you,
Chef Kev, you fighting me today. It's fighting on the track.
we can fight all day. I'm telling you. What
Robin.
I'm telling you.
No,
What I'm
Robin,
telling you is
hold
this.
on.
Hold on.
Robin, can you
What
call
I'm
security?
call security all day, and I ain't been drinking yet. I ain't started drinking yet. So hold on. Let me say this.
Chef
Let me say this.
Chef Kev, my man.
No,
Yes.
Security.
Let me pipe in because we are past our time threshold, and I would like to help to wrap this up. And this is what I'd like to say.
Look, bottom line is this. I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for everybody else. If I saw that drama in somebody, I'm not getting with it. That's all it is.
And Chef Kev, did you not hear me say not Chef Kev? So let me help to close this out.
We gotta close this out. Boy, yeah, thank you. That's my boy right there. Thank you. He called security. Thank you, because it was a fight. Okay.
Let's close this out, Diva.
We're closing this out. Chef Kev, I'll see you on the next train ride, and we're gonna have to have security on our car because you be getting out of pocket, out of line,
Chef
and
Kev,
you trying to come for me.
And shame the devil.
Wait, say that again, Shan.
Speak the truth and shame the devil.
Oh my God!
Wait. Look at here.
Now he coming on camera. I'm just messing with you.
Look at here. Let me tell you something right now. This one right here don't do drama. So I'm telling you that I don't housewives or nothing. So you can take that Kardashian mess to the next dude. Hashtag no drama. Wrong brother.
My turn.
And I ain't been drinking yet. All I had was a Mountain Dew. That's it. I ain't been drinking, so leave me alone.
She's gonna mess around at the end of the day.
And I'm trying to close it out nice. I'm trying to make it nice, like I am that chick, not Dorit, but Dorinda. Can I do the closeout?
We're closing out. Let's go. We're done. We done. Wait, hold
Okay.
on, Robin. But I'm gonna let you say the last word, Robin. But 1 second, guys, don't forget meet us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Roy's World. We got a show for y'all, okay? And at that show, it's gonna be laughter, it's gonna be love, it's gonna be inspiration, and we will not need security, okay? We won't need security over there because it won't
Might
be
need a
no
drink
drinking,
though.
none of that. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay,
Robin.
so
Shut this thing down, Robin.
Diva, thank you for
Yes.
stepping on my closing remarks. I forgive you.
Oh.
I was going to say, no, I'm going to say it like this.
What is going on?
Yo, y'all, come on. Yo, everybody back up. So here we go. Tonight, we had trending topics. We talked about Shah, Rinna, prayers for Tristan Thompson, and Lamar Odom. Yes. And I want us all to just revel in the conversation that we had that was fun and free-flowing. And after we click off, I want you to immediately set every alarm that you have. Yes. If you haven't subscribed to Royer's channel, be sure that you do that. Hit that notification bell and put all. And whatever happens, whether or not you do, and I suggest you do that, be up here, be ready, be open, be receptive, be ready to be enlightened at 10 a.m. tomorrow when we all get in Royer's Corner. And when I say Royer's Corner, he calls it that. But for a whole lot of us who support Royer, when we say we go to Royer's Corner, it is for real. We are in his corner, and we will be with him tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to support his live. He will have a special guest, Dr. Heavenly. And you know what, y'all? Say good night. Peace, love, happiness. 10 a.m. Royer's Corner.
Robin, that was beautiful. We're done. I love you, Robin. Thanks everybody for coming through.
Good
Chef
night.
Cab, thank you. Shan, thank you. Emmanuel, thank you. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.